Okay. Oh, what's this thing? I still don't know what this is. I wonder. Is it... One second. Give me one sec. Yeah, I don't know. So I guess we found these two guys. We'll talk to them in a second. Or else maybe right now. One of these is Morel.
Here we go. Nice and easy.
Nice
No
and
way
easy.
out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
What's this one?
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it. To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Oh, okay. I haven't really played with the Twitch integration. This looks like I can have viewers vote for which option. What does this do? Yeah, I don't know what that does.
Hey, of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
The 881 is a raised motorway that separates Martinez from Jamrock. The labyrinth of streets underneath it makes it difficult to pass, not like walking over a nice water lock.
Yeah, we don't have to tell him it was me.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Not you, just Gary.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
What's a crypto-fascist? I don't know.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
His hands are large and weather-worn. but also used to delicate, precise work. For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
What about these traps?
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed them.
Yes,
What's the bait?
locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
What data are you using to hypothesize this?
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
I don't think it's that unlikely. I don't know. How does it work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out.
Can't get back out, just... Okay.
At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What will you do if they don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Okay.
Yes. What?
Tell me about the Insulindian phasmid.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
How big is it? Must be pretty small if it's crawling into those traps.
I'm expecting it to be quite giant.
Oh,
One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
oh hey Zelda, thank you. What are you streaming today? Okay, cool. I'll definitely try and catch it later on then. What? It's hard to that is pretty huge, actually.
good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators or scientists in our present case.
Sort of techniques.
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
Okay.
But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
A ghost insect, he said? These people are looking for a ghost.
Yeah, aren't there cooler animals to be hunting?
Typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of my, of any, cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
Alrighty.
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts. Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Sure.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
He's throwing out like species names and sizes, and seems like
I know it's real.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
yeah, I heard there was a sighting of it.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically.
And those speed freak teenagers?
It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore. I have to resist the thought such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all,
Doubtlessly.
it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
He means asexual reproduction.
I know what that
The
means.
females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to survive.
Thank you, Encyclopedia. Let's see. This arouses no special feelings in me.
And it shouldn't. Nature does not concern herself with ethical propositions. As a scientist, my interest is strictly dispassionate.
How did you even get into this?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
Okay, I mean, that does sound fun. Have you ever found a cryptid? I'm guessing no, it wouldn't be a cryptid
No.
if you did.
Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
Lol.
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
It's a great record there.
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection. Yes, the Chateauquan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Yugograd, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
Yeah, it's not.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it.
The hair on your arms stand up. Electricity. Sounds like reeds hissing.
What?
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
The hair on my arm stands up. I might be a regular zoologist.
Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
Yeah, wishful thinking.
My methods are the same as those of other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence, and I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Has it?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Interesting. Something for later, this close call.
Oh? Okay, something for later. What kinds of evidence?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
The phasmid.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research, and certainly not the truth.
Oh,
They're a cowardly lot, and both the field and basement archives can be dangerous places.
sure.
Yes?
What about specific cryptids?
All right. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it.
Yeah, which did you almost catch?
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
Try me.
Willow people? Not at all.
Yeah, what's a willow person?
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from trees. They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, they're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here.
How do you almost catch it?
Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paints. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to camouflage itself. After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow, dashing through the grove.
That should have been a superhero name, the Lavender Shadow.
I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, it was faster than me.
A lavender shadow.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to mock someone than to admit that the world might be more interesting than you've imagined. Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what goes into verifying such things. There is a serious possibility that I saw a squirrel or a trick of the light. I am my own harshest critic.
I mean, it's good that he's self-aware.
He makes it a real point here to sound falsifiable.
Alright.
By all means.
What about you, Gary? What is a crypto-fascist?
Hello, I'm Gary. How do you do, officer?
Hello, I'm Gary.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Really? Wow. Okay.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about, after a little probing first.
Sure, maybe he likes the mug that I have.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
What, you don't like being outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Oh.
Degenerates. This man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
Well, I'm not a drunk anymore, so I shouldn't claim to be a drunk. Degenerates. I've been trained to identify the slightest hint of degeneracy.
Oh, I didn't mean it in any scientific way.
Are you a cryptozoologist?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. but I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
What are you doing here?
After all this time with Morel, he must have an opinion on cryptids. This could lead to a good one.
What's your favorite cryptid?
Oh, yes, the burning rhino. Morel doubts he's real, but I don't much care, because I won't be the one looking for him out in Safra Serai.
Burning rhino.
A rhinoceros that looks ordinary during the day, but burns brightly by night. Well, at least the males do.
I don't. How would that stay a cryptid very long?
They have special ducts just above their shoulder blades that secrete a combustible fluid. When the rhino is just beginning to light itself, it looks as though it has wings of fire.
Sure.
But how is this combustible fluid lit?
How does it light it?
The rhino starts running very fast to build heat, then stops, raises its head, and sparks fly from its neck, setting its back ablaze.
How does that generate sparks? I want to be just like that rhino, running through the night with guns blazing.
We don't really do that around here.
Let me dream, Kim.
Perhaps we should have more such decisive action in Revacol. You know, this city used to be a flaming rhino once, a long time ago.
Sure. The city used to be a flaming rhino once.
The flames are not just for decoration. They are an integral part of the beast's mating behavior.
How so?
During the burning rhino's mating season, herds of male rhinos, all aflame, encircle herds of female rhinos, forming a fiery ring as they begin to copulate loudly.
So again, if there are huge fiery rings of rhinos, wouldn't someone see these things? How would they be a cryptid? Like, all you'd have to do is go out at night, and you'd surely come across them, if they existed.
Local peasants call it the Passion Ring. They fear the rhinos, as perhaps they should. Anyway.
I fear them.
The lieutenant sighs without looking up from his notes.
You're surprised to see my colleague, Yellow Man.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be a really good one?
Yeah, not this one, though.
Well, this is that racist.
Oh, so he's a really good racist. Are you, Gary? Are you a racist?
Hey, man, all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
The lieutenant is a native.
Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections.
Is this your racist
Let's
mug?
change the subject. My mug? Why would you think that?
It seemed as if you were calling to it longingly when you cried, Yellow Man.
Oh, no, that's not... Why would I be calling to a broken mug?
Alright, I believe you. You look like the kind of man who knows it's a crime to lie to an officer.
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and
How did
I
you
am
open it?
very sorry, officer.
It was locked.
You're not going to find me, are you?
Oh. Oh man, we could find him. No, I don't care. I just want the deets.
Whew. Thank you.
I'm not
You
Gart.
won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
What?
Nothing. Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
How did you get into that trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez,
But why?
so I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell.
Is it?
The damn Humans run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Yeah, did you put those clothes in there?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Wait, did he?
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Okay. So you walked over to the crime scene, picked up the victim's clothes, and just threw them away because you were just trying to clean up the place like a good citizen.
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
Okay.
Okay. I was
Okay.
coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Yep.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was.
Just doing his part.
Civic duty.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before. But where?
What's that sound?
What sound?
I heard a clinking.
Really? There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
I wonder if he's wearing a part of the ceramic armor under his shirt.
Every day, the wind shifts the reeds and whatever was left in them. Tambourines and condom wrappers, plastic and glass bottles, the smell of decay.
Tambourines. That's a little bit strange.
Armor? No. I mean,
Are you
yes.
sure?
Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing.
He's definitely wearing part of it.
There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
Thank you, Composure.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
Does this mean you were in his apartment, admiring his colonial mug collection?
Probably.
Perhaps it would be interesting to tell him.
Yeah, do you have an apartment nearby?
Sure do, officer.
Okay.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
Should I tell him? No.
Of course. Of course.
Do you know anything else about the dude who was saying?
I told you everything I know, sir. I'm truly sorry for the mug, but I have nothing to do with that.
He's not feeling too comfortable in his own skin. Odd, I'd say.
Indeed odd, because he's definitely wearing the armored torso.
Uncomfortable shifting around
Or
doesn't
arms
make
or
him
something.
the killer, though. It's something else.
Thinking about the armor, yeah. Composure. Let's see if we have something where we can increase our composure. What's this? Composure. Composure, these shoes. Sure. I look very composed. Hope you don't mind if I just change my clothes here real quick. Sure.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
Indeed.
I mean, officers.
There we go. Now let's try analyzing it. Upon my analysis windbreaker.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
Yeah, his massive musculature.
No, he's scrawny. Try again.
What I don't understand is that armor was like huge. It was for like a big ripped mercenary dude. There's no way he's wearing that armor under his shirt.
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once.
He saw me putting on my windbreaker and just knew that I'd suss him out immediately.
I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
Mm-hmm.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
Gary, what's going on?
Oh, what are you yelling about, Morale?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
I'm busy apologizing.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Why did you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here.
Sure.
Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
What does that matter?
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly.
Do you know who killed him?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses. Lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that.
Okay.
I wish I could tell you more.
This is all he knows.
Give me that armor.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
Thank you. I'll be taking this into evidence.
But so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
I think we're done here.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Well, thanks. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, it takes the shirt slot? I think I like it better than my t-shirt. Let's put... None of our coats probably look very good with this. Yeah, we could just wear this. No, we'll wear this, even though we look like a doofus in it. Let's see. We're almost a cop of the apocalypse. We have, what? Almost 2 hours. +2 perception, that's pretty good. +2 volition. This is probably the least useful one, but I do kind of like being able to zoom out. This, probably not super useful, really. So if I want to forget something and learn this armor one, what should I get rid of? Indirect modes of taxation or advanced race theory? Those are my 2 picks. Let's wait till we're a cop of the apocalypse, so maybe that one will not be very good, I don't know. We'll see after that here. Okay, so we can go do this. Look into the spookers. Let's look at our dice. And we need to call on us. So let's go back to the main area for the time being. How can I do it? Okay. We have to walk the whole way, I guess. My poor car. Kim, why are you in front of me, Kim? Out of my way. I'm walking you. We have to go to the pawn shop and buy a
set of steering
tape player.
levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Yeah, did you find out that about the armor?
Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating.
Okay.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Yeah, connect me to the library.
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
I'm looking for any information that you could provide on a Billy Magine.
Billy Majon, you said?
Majon.
Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database. Yes, hello, are you still there?
I am.
I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
That's perfect.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Home address is
Here
good.
we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Gislain, 33B, Apartment number 20.
Oh,
It's
okay.
in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Well, I mean, not that specific apartment. The smoker's in apartment 28. And the other info.
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day. Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book.
Oh, okay.
He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Good. You have a name now.
Do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Okay. What does he look like then?
Marie?
But just get Marie on the phone.
She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
That's fine.
Happy we could help.
Indeed.
Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me?
Yeah, I'm reporting a dead body.
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
Unidentified, height 170 to 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build. He slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk, and hit his head.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
Nope.
No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
Yep.
Any information on the library card?
Yep.
Good. You have a lead.
Indeed.
Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
Oh, we're taking it.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue.
Okay.
That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there a 57th over and out?
In the cabin, you see a
Sweet. So we go to Billy's apartment. I'm gonna go to the pawn shop first, though. Get a tape player. I don't think it was too terribly expensive, so don't get stuck behind the ropes. Tape
the
player's up here.
boomboxes wait on the shelves.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Conversation of sounds and shapes. Equip this to play tapes. Oh man, it is like a big boombox. That's pretty sweet. Can I just go around town with it?
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Let's play it.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Ooh, press my ear against it or keep it in a safe distance.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad.
We have to do karaoke of this.
Within seconds, you know this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this?
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times.
Okay.
Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version.
Perfect.
It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What would that be?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant looks at you as you remove the tape from the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Well, let's keep the boombox out. We'll just carry around like a big weirdo. Where to? So wait, we have this boombox. What's the point of buying the speakers from this guy?
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
I just want the sad, conquered speakers. We're not quite rich enough. What's up, Yard?
Can I help you?
Found a new bird.
What is this thing?
Do you not like it? This is the ruffed grouse. It symbolizes the might of male courtship rituals. May it serve as a reminder to keep an eye on the cock carouseliers.
Cool. Okay. I was really hoping not to think about the cock carousel any longer because it made me feel like shit. But this is a competent piece of taxidermy.
Indeed.
I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go with thank you.
This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You'll live till 90, or you get a heart attack from running.
Oh.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Indeed.
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
I need to sing karaoke.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
Come
He
on.
tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
It's my way of apologizing.
By causing more trouble, I think we're good.
Yeah, but Johnny Law is about to tear it up sad style.
The whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do without right now.
For my quest of self-discovery, though. Help me, man.
The whirling's not a charity or a musical therapy clinic. It's a commercial establishment. You're going to scare away the customers.
Why do you even have the PA?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of
Oh.
44.
What happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
That is a lie, sir. I know you
Okay,
use it.
yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I paid.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
I brought
He's
my own.
lying. But whatever, you don't really need his lame tracks. The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape.
He's
you've
the
just
lavender
given
shadow.
him. He begins to frown. Hard.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself.
Thank you so much, Gert.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet.
Pellets? Pallets, surely.
You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Look around the room.
There are some people out there, but mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no?
Yeah,
But
let's do it in the
choice is
evening.
yours.
Let's do it in the evening. No, Gart, I'll come back in the evening. Hey, Lena, I saw your
Oh,
husband.
hello, dear. There you are again.
I saw your husband.
Goodness, how is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
It's just real busy.
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up some work.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease,
You're welcome.
if even a little.
Now maybe she'll open up about those fascinating cryptids. Take her mind off all this.
Sure, I need to increase my suggestion, though, so let me put on some suggestive clothing. Do I even have any clothing that will increase my suggestion? Yes. This, of course. Wow, okay, I guess that's it. I just have my
Oh, hello,
uniform.
dear. There you are again.
Let's try it.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Tell me about the cryptids.
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Cryptid extravaganza. I like the sound of that.
And I don't. Just one.
Or he'll be disappointed in you.
Oh,
Ooh, tough choice there.
just one. Oh, come on. Really? Just one? What's the... Oh, which of these should I go with? Biggest? The most dangerous. Right? Yeah.
The gnome of Jeroma.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Oh, it is. None of his victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue.
Sure. It's like the blue stuff that the predators in AVP2 poured on stuff. What does it
It
look like?
was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and an ungainly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it.
Oh.
It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
Well, I wouldn't imagine most tarps are gonna be like completely airtight, so it would probably take a while to suffocate.
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks, confirming the existence of these very little species?
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
Sure. You mean it's not, like, immune to its own venom?
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient?
Oh, don't be so skeptical, Logic.
Sure, a perfectly good explanation. It dissolved in its own venom. Go on then. Ask about more gnomes or whatever.
What's the biggest cryptid?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
That's true.
I'm glad you see it that way. Did we have anything more to do here?
I'd really like to hear about more cryptids.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
Of course, officers. Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in learning about?
What's the biggest one?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
glad you see it that way.
Fine. I'll come back later when you're sleeping, Kim. Oh, hey. Do you know the guy that we found dead?
Hi again, gendarme.
Oh, I guess not, maybe.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Yeah, bye-bye. Goodbye. So, okay, apartment 20.
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Case solved?
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
What did I crack?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
I don't even see who I'm supposed to be looking at. It's her husband.
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing though?
That's true.
Do marriages make any sense? Does honor? You're not a filthy philosopher. You're an officer of law. It's time to ace this case and not brood over your reputation. We can deal with the perception management later.
Sure.
There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found, right now.
Right now. Where is the working class woman? I have absolutely no idea where the woman even is. Or where the drunk is. There's no working class drunk here. Maybe she's browsing in the store. And that would be a no. Is this sound because I have the boombox? Oh, it is. No, I like having the boombox. Let's do anything else? No.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes.
If
you say so.
Awesome.
But you better stay away from those immoral occult rituals.
Sure. So I have my game box, my tabletop RPG game. Let's go get our custom-made polyhedral die, our D24. Actually, maybe, oh no, we haven't found the stronger crowbar yet. I was gonna say maybe we could get into here, but I don't think so.
This orange machine is dead still. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a
Why
good
is it
grip.
still frozen?
A
It's been off
pry
for
bar
like
will
all
come in
day.
handy. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going...
I know. So let's get out of this ridiculous jacket and put on a different ridiculous jacket. Sure. You look very respectable. Yeah, what can I do with this game? The 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements module. Oh no. This is just a supplements module and can't be played without the
Large
main game?
letters on the front form a title. We're out. The colorful box is illustrated with bucolic vistas. The cover art also features odd-looking humanoids. Some short, some taller, some with pointy ears, others with ephemeral wings.
Yeah, I'll look at this later. It's probably going to be a good way to kill the time. Oh, we have a lot of skill points. I guess we should put a point into something so we can retry. Oh yeah, Half-Light. Half-Light. Where is Half-Light? We'll go talk to that lorry driver. Hello.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I came to pick up my
Very
die.
good. That will be 7 real for 1 custom die. 1 universal die for Wirral Untethered.
Thank you.
It feels icy. Just holding this die in your hand sends a jolt of cold down your spine. Through the dark resin, you can make out a nugget of bone hewn from an alligator's jaw.
Sweet. Okay. Whew, we have a bunch of checks to go try. And we have to go investigate that other apartment. We'll go to the apartment first. Look at the dead guy. And maybe I'll try taking the boombox into that church. I don't know. Let's go talk to the lorry driver. Yep, and then it increases half-life. Sure. Okay, let's try this. You, I need information.
Looking for something?
Come on.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Show me your lorry right now.
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Let's threaten putting this out.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
Alright. Green banged
When
up
did
lorry.
she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days. Past the monument. Down there.
Okay.
The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone.
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get it.
Yeah, you got it. Let's put on our cool gloves. Woo. Yeah, this is the monument, so... Oh, here we go.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Let's take a peek.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers.
Is it unlocked?
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no picking this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
Surely you'd still be able to pick it, but whatever.
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside. I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can...
Yeah, that's true. Pry bar time.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins.
Why is this so hard?
Overhead. It's
Why is that so hard to do? Physical instrument. Sure. That would just replace my current shirt. Okay, let's
This
try this.
screen found A to Z. Pry bar in hand, you take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass.
Ouch.
Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach.
No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that.
Oh.
He smashes it into the window.
I'm
Droplets
just really
of
weak.
glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Damn it. Him showing me up like that. Nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Okay, let's look at the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
I don't know what that is.
There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
What is the smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Grenade No. 5.
Okay.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tip Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death. She wasted away in a drug den called The Door to the River, not far from here on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
Okay.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Jeez.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
What about Speed Freaks I found?
No, that's on 78.9. What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV.
Oh, okay.
Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least,
Jeez.
perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Without the key, what can we do?
The ghostly actresses and the rusty tool looks like.
Strange.
It has.
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
Okay.
The ghostly actresses and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat and the oddly bulging seat cover. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
That's probably why the foot impression seemed really off.
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Oh, okay. But it means an extra worn sole.
Sandpaper? A novel technique? Yes?
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
Okay.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Yep.
Now we know for certain who is the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardie and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Probably the whole union. Yeah, let's not make assumptions.
Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
Heck no.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. The radio transmitter sits on the... Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Bonne prise.
Okay, let's fold open the top.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881. High above the mass of brown and red roofs, that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Where does it lead?
To Couronne, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women
I'm not going to remember
scuttle
any of
to
this.
their fates below the road. This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct.
Okay.
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
Indeed.
So it would seem. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
Yeah, where does the contraband end up?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
Besmerti.
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes. But really, they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta. It's a dark parody.
Okay.
Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
The stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silently by, and the pull-out toolbox has a rubber handle, worn from years of use. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that
Yeah.
before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Okay, that's strange.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Posters, a radio, dust on the windows. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat.
No.
The pull-out toolbox closes the rusty old...
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Yeah.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardie Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
Yeah, well, we investigate this.
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into
Okay,
it.
fair enough.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. Sometime later, when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
I kind of do.
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madre grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Sure.
Meaning, someone as slippery as Everard won't be caught by a couple of cops and some stuff they found in some cabin.
Okay, yeah.
Debrief over. After you.
So much stuff to do. Can we do this in the evening? We can get Joyce's info now. Okay. Hey, officer, got a minute. Sure. I've got a minute for you. Come here. I mean, me, get over there.
I, saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
Oh, I can't disclose that, man.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
I really don't know, man.
Damn. I always warned her to watch herself. Man. Nothing to do now, I guess. Maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What is the plan with those rhymes?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Yeah, why Tommy Lahome?
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
Is it?
Yeah, you too. Be safe, detective.
They're both pretty bad. Okay, we'll go scout out apartment 20, and then we'll talk to Joyce. Balcony. Actually, is this on the balcony? I don't even know. What were the door numbers for these? Let's see. Let's see if it's out here or not. Oh, was it this door?
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup à l'oignon.
Yum.
The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
Oh, what should we expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door
we're gonna have to break
and
the
some
news to this
folk
lady.
music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Okay.
The lieutenant motions,
Hello? Who is it?
and someone turns down the radio.
This is Billy Méjean. This is the police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
Us.
Tidying up, nervously.
Us.
Come in, the door is open.
Maybe it wasn't her husband? Or maybe she has, someone else over? Oh, I only see one person. Oh, I love the little kitty clock. Okay, let's look at everything. Leftovers? Don't mind me, ma'am. I'm just investigating your house real quick. Oh, okay. Newspaper clippings. Oh, okay, so they have children, or had children, maybe. Okay. Of course they did. That's a child's room.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back? I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy.
Your
Would
husband
you like
was
something
missing.
to drink?
It's you.
Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
Oh, this sucks.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. Condensation from stepping inside.
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what. No, this is something much worse. Is he in the hospital? How bad is it?
Man.
How about some small talk before you break the news?
Yeah, okay. If you're with Victor, right?
It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie.
Where are they?
The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight. And Victor is out.
She swallows visibly.
Out where?
He has a problem with drinking, and so he disappears every now and then. He's probably in the parks drinking with his friends. I sent him to the library a few days ago, but I guess something came up.
Did he make it?
No, I guess I'll find out when he decides to come back home. It shouldn't be long from now. He's never gone for more than a few days.
What was he wearing when you last saw him?
His old leather jacket.
Can you describe it?
It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so...
What about the lining?
Yes. The lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it in the middle of winter.
She folds her hands across her chest.
You're cooking?
People got to eat. What is this about?
Why are you suddenly asking me about my cooking?
Damn it. We were so good before I asked about the cooking.
It's me, Victor. They came. The girls are...
She swallows.
He's probably in the box drinking with his friends.
What's he supposed to do with the
It's
library?
just to return a book of mine. Why? Why all those questions, Detective?
Was it the glinting curve?
Did he? Yes.
She folds her hands across her chest.
We made her anxious. Damn it.
You've done this before.
I did.
Just keep your focus.
Very sorry to say, but your husband was found dead.
What did you say?
He's dead.
Oh. Oh. But he was just...
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am.
What happened to him?
He fell through a hole in his head.
Was he drunk?
We don't know yet.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold.
Yep.
How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
Hard to say.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress. The handkerchief.
Yeah, we'll give her the lieutenant's handkerchief.
Yes, thank you.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No, no. I just need to tell my girls.
Unreal.
God. Should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
I don't know.
No. A day.
Yeah, I guess take a day to recover.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We left him on the boardwalk.
We've taken him to the city morgue.
No, we did.
The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier.
A very good call.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still...
I bet you wish that 2 days ago you had let me take the case of your missing husband.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
We should step outside and talk.
All right. Well, that stunk. Okay, Kim, what do you want to talk about?
You did well.
What now?
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
That's it?
That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done. Let's go.
That really sucks. We have to talk to Joyce. Oh, it's getting close to evening. Time to almost be sad karaoke. I do all my karaoke sad style. It sounds like maybe we could get more information from Titus as well. There's so many, so many different things I have to do. I need to go through my task list, see what else I can do, go through checks I can retry. And time is just slipping.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Found my badge.
By love, you did.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer. She is memorizing your badge number.
Oh, okay.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
Indeed.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
Indeed.
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them. I am glad to hear that, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters.
Well, we're
the
already
sooner the
probed.
probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
Yeah, I spoke with the lawyer-man.
Yes, my eyes on the harbor have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Can conclude for now.
Yes. And will you start an official investigation?
Not personally.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn.
Come on, spill the beans.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Contain the situation.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
So everything's connected.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Lynn did a very good job with that.
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
The lead scab is definitely one of them, right?
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
Okay, so the girl we're looking for is probably the girl he sexually assaulted. She probably put a bullet in his head because of that, and the Hardie Boys tried to cover it up with a lynching, so she didn't get in trouble. That's what it sounds like.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
This is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Debarders have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
Thank you, Encyclopedia.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
That is pretty bleak.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true, Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about Cornell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Indeed.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, man?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell. I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
What about the woman that was assaulted?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Well, what'd they say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault.
Yes, we have.
In connection with the lynching. Where did it take place?
Tim, you're wrong.
And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
Did you know the colonel?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him. Lely, his service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Now tell me about the others.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul.
A woman?
Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess.
What about the
I
other
only
two?
met him once. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
I still don't know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Yeah, the scab leader's definitely the red track, but we got
This
this.
is so embarrassing. You have no idea. There's something wrong with
How
your
did we
brain.
fail that? It was a
Luckily,
97%.
the lieutenant still has his.
We rolled like snake eyes?
Ma'am, with all due respect.
Yeah,
I've been
snake
around
eyes.
Martinez, and there's a giant hulk of a man in ill-fitting clothes at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work. His heart really isn't in it.
Not a terribly good actor, that one. Still.
Okay.
And the other one, the Pole, must be in one of the 4-story buildings overlooking the roundabout. She was reporting back to you while we were canvassing.
Oh,
lorry
the woman on
drivers.
the rooftop of the whirling.
That would afford a good vantage point. Still, I hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
Okay.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Okay.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Yeah, there's tattoos.
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Observe.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Okay.
Close. Port cities. This is an Oranese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Okay. Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
Let's mark it down.
Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
What's the use of such a map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Source of travels.
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this. Revachol.
Oh, okay.
Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Islary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Vredefort? Vredefort has a military academy. The Semines Islands saw a recent conflict. In Revachol, he was executed.
Military career.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
Okay.
Is there anything else I...
Nope.
Cock of the apocalypse.
Please be good.
It's not fire. It's not ash. There will most certainly be a sea of corpses leading up to the event. But it won't be war or pestilence that causes it. Oh no. The event will belong to a genre of cataclysm no man has dared to suspect would ever come to pass. You can only sense the shape of it, like a cavity, a pit opening up in your stomach, a throat into which the world will vanish. The streets, the grass, the stars, all will be rolled back. By whom, by what, and how, you don't know. All you know is, you're not joking around.
Okay. Not super thrilled with that. You have a lot of skill points. I did that so I can try and get Cindy's paintbrush. We're gonna make this wall beautiful. Is this the back? Oh, come on. I'll talk to Cindy, I'll go back to that wall, and I'll see if it counts as evening for doing karaoke.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
28%. What can we do about this? That's about all we can do, I think.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire
Okay, 50-50.
my mural?
Let's
just try.
You don't have the skills to execute something like this in practice. But, oh boy, the idea's going to blow her fucking mind.
We're going to create a highly detailed skeleton of an ancient bird that went extinct 100 million years ago.
She squints her eyes.
And then I'm gonna paint it red using heavy fuel oil, and then I'm going to freaking light it on fire.
On fire.
It's the Phoenix, get it?
I say, sod off. You don't have the technical skills to do that.
Oh, come on. Did you survive an avian attack as a child?
Didn't we all?
Oh.
I like your idea. Should have thought of it myself. I don't need this kind of competition in my neighborhood.
Darn it. Cindy, art is bigger than either of us.
Then get your brush from fucking art.
Oops, my apologies. I guess I was trying too hard. You're a police officer and a grown-up. Why are you trying to impress her? Maybe try a different approach.
I've got you cornered. Hand over that brush.
Ooh, police brutality. That's the good stuff.
I'm just gonna stand here until you give me that paintbrush.
Have you got any kids? Because you sound like the world's saddest dad right now. But fine, take the brush. I'm all out of fuel oil anyway.
You know what you've got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your Kanema? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil. Time to get to proper work, artiste.
Catch you later. This door, right? Hopefully Kim doesn't mind us doing a little bit of artistic graffiti. Oh, do you have anything more to say?
Give me a moment.
Yeah. I don't have a moment. Okay, cool beans. My beautiful wall.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Draw a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. Sure. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint.
I like it.
Adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
You're such a no fun Kim. Wait, that's not what the shirt we want. We want to wear that shirt. We will forget. I don't know. Where am I going? Where am I going right now? Oh yeah, Titus. What do you have to say about for yourself?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
We'll be staying here. I've connected you to the drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprint. Detective, do you want to deliver
Heck
the
yeah.
coup de grâce?
The thought forms in your head, like a lightning strike branching in the sky.
You do it, Lieutenant.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
I have really mixed opinions on this. Yeah, there are still lots of other drugs out there, though.
No, there aren't. Some little shit and his dad are doing speed. Who fucking who? The stuff's probably from Jamrock.
Little shit. That's Kuno in the yard.
Whatever you've seen is peanuts. Look at the big picture, man. The place is a paradise. And all thanks to Hardie Boys.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardie. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardie Boys here.
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardie. I run this goddamn scene.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints.
Despite everything, the little man is quick on his feet.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
I found some saw the hanging.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others, and he's in witness protection.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
Are we gonna get this guy in
He's
trouble?
not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised. This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Yeah, who he is irrelevant.
It's like you said, Al. Copper's coming up with this on the spot. There is no witness.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardie Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Two people of real... Yeah, sure.
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there, too. I already told you. We were all there. That means absolutely nothing to me. Sounds like some made-up horse shit.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky, it's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
Great witness.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Yeah, the mercs are gonna be
Yeah.
gunning for you guys.
By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardie Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Is he?
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
Yeah, they have auto weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Yeah, well, they pierce ceramic armor.
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
Right about what? That a 50 caliber bullet goes through shit? Yeah, I am.
Sure, let's repeat what Encyclopedia told us about furries, giant hornets.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The bees, they're the hornet.
We're not bees. We're men. We're socialists.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men?
Yes.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
I mean, I agree with that, but...
What do you mean, okay? No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
How can I increase my authority real quick? I could spend another skill point. I mean, I guess we've already seen that even if I have like a 97% chance to succeed, I can still fail, so... Maybe there isn't a whole lot of point in trying to min-max my clothing for every single roll. Okay, I don't think we're wearing anything that lowers our authority at the very least.
It's you again. What is it?
Acknowledge my authority.
You have so many bad options ruled out, it's insane. There is no way in the world you won't do it this time.
Please help Kim.
You know what? You guys must be the cops. Because this is what cops do, right? Live in a bar, sit on their fat asses like they own the place, while the neighborhood goes to shit. Corpses hang from trees. Kids shoot up.
Hey, we don't have to fucking take this shit.
Glenn.
Everyone shut up! Fuck you, man. You didn't see the place before we got here. Fucking graffito everywhere.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
It's about the victim.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect.
Okay.
If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Glacia. I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit. Blonde. That's Amonju with an O-U.
Yeah, I think I did meet her when I first started playing.
You don't know her. Good boy.
What's your relationship?
I know her.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
If you must.
And when did it happen?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
Okay.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Okay. I just need my gun from this lady. Okay, let's talk to our police buddies again.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Got some questions for you. I'm a cop.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
A revolutionary.
No, not like a revolutionary.
Now we answer some questions? Why not?
'Cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
Maybe you want to hear me say things.
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
You think he was hanged as a cover-up? To hide the shooting?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Why am I telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you?
It's like you felt it would be intellectually stimulating and would lead somewhere. A custom even?
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Fine. I will leave you alone, sir. See if this lady's home. Yes.
The door is closed.
Actually, change my face.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your clean-shaven face.
Okay, let's see if we can do this again. Let's increase our electrochemistry by 1.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your
Interfacing? Sure, why not?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, the faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose.
Indeed.
The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Oh. How do we increase our electrochemistry? Pretty sure we have something that increases it. I think that's... Oh? Okay, this is as good as it's gonna get.
The mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's like something snaps in you.
We did it.
A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over.
Oh, no, just
the
looks
running
sad.
gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
Wow.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom.
Oh wow. I was hoping we'd have a little bit better of a portrait than that. Now we're just a sad old man.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere.
Oh, okay.
You could snoop around.
Oh, I plan on snooping. Absolutely. Okay, you do this. Yeah. What's this? Just made around 4 months of payments for this room. Jeez.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Look at the mess.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners. It's been used quite a lot. Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra. Nacra? This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
A whisper.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
You could say he's on the lookout. Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going a bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
What's so exciting about this?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Okay. Wait, do we have a... Okay.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Put my own fingerprints on it.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Looks like it, yes.
I just need to know what I can use that polyhedral die for. I need to find someone who'll play a role-playing game.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Let's try it.
You catch a single white flower between your fingers.
Heck yeah.
The rest fly off into the wind. It's a maybell. The young woman looks at the maybell in your hand. Just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Nice.
Welcome to the roof.
Yeah, why do you have roof access?
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
Why am I looking at her body?
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view.
It's much nicer now.
Yeah, now we've got rid of that body.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
You need a cleaning lady.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Let's go Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit.
Because of the infernum.
I am Kim Kitsuragi. I am a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
Briefly met.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer?
Yeah.
Like riding a copper-cycle.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Oh, I see.
What could she be thinking of? It's hard to say. Her shoulders are relaxed, her eyes on the cigarette. It's like she's disappointed this wasn't about more entertaining matters.
What's this flower?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Yeah.
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
That's a personal question.
Yes. You're just one room away. Very personal.
Good, yes. This means she could have heard something, like what you were doing before you blacked out.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Okay.
Quick, say something professional.
What's your name, miss?
Clausier Amandou.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
I'm 28.
What do you do?
Something stupid. Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What's it about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
Yeah, and what about Revacholian literature?
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world.
Yeah.
That's the natural state of the Revacholian hero.
Thank you.
The record. So official.
Oh, this seems like a really weird way to segue. Like, they tell us you were raped.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. And it is evening.
Is it? It is evening. Time flies, man.
So were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
It's all very organic. Her mannerisms, her movements. If she's acting, she's quite gifted. By they, she means the Hardie Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Oh.
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
So what did happen?
We partied.
What kind of partying? The kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Oh, jeez. Harder than this? I didn't know if it was physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
Well, that's true.
What did you do when you partied?
So it was just like a freaking accident?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Were feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
How'd he get shot?
Bullet? They shot him too?
I'm not picking up on any theatrecraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
Oh.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last Sunday night?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie.
And why did they hang him?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
How do the Hardies know you?
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now. Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter. A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardie Boys?
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Oh, we can tell him about the disease.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his, I don't know, hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Pretty much.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Okay.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Yeah, why did you?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
The voice was disguised. Did you
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's God's mystery foam cutter.
Did I?
Yeah.
Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry. Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Yeah, it was nifty.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
We're not entirely convinced about that answer, but okay. Let it slide. Pushing won't help here.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
Well, thank you.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Yeah.
Wait
I need
a
to sing
moment.
karaoke. Oh?
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
No.
Why not?
I'll talk later.
I'll be here until 11 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardie Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Okay. Wait, there was another door there. I'll come back. I need to do the karaoke before it gets too late. Yep, come on. Okay, that's what I did. And most people slept for bed at 9. Hopefully we've got a packed crowd now. Okay, there's a lot more people here.
The stage is all set up for you. Feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Drama. Wait, we can increase our drama. I think. Ah, yes, by putting on the Party Dragon silk robe. This is exactly the sort of thing that let's do it.
The stage is, you feel it.
So, are you ready for your thing now?
Dress code,
Let me
insane
know when I
silk
should
dragon.
turn on the karaoke carousel.
Do it, Gart.
The air is thick with anticipation. Someone dims the lights as the music starts.
Oh.
Okay, here we go.
often go there. To the tiny church there.
My ancient reptilian brain is singing.
The smallest church in San. Though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there. Toward the Seven Sisters. Toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there. In that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters.
Glorious.
No, none of this matters at all.
Bravo, bravo. That was amazing.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
Thank you, ancient reptilian brain.
There is silence now, in the deep where the voice came from. It has receded, to return only in dreams and nightmares. This guy really carried you.
Indeed. I guess I'll dedicate that to Kim.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you a quick smile before turning away. He's incapable of blushing, but if he weren't, he'd blush.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Last words?
Thank you, Martinez. Thank you, guard.
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right? It was all right.
Okay,
Good dude. I might start letting people up there again. Now, what can I do for you?
Nothing. Let's save. Let's just save over an old. Talk to Titus.
It's you again. What is it?
It's just not corroborating your story, dude.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardie did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Sure.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down. and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you.
I didn't push her.
I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her.
I did not.
I am gonna fucking
hit you. Done.
Titus Hardie. Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardie, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Where did you get it?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
Actually, there are a few. Crypto analyst, radio officer.
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
Okay.
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
I have a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
Lol.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
I'll play my boombox out in the middle of the
Or
room.
maybe it's too broken.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardie. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
All right. Cool. I think I'm going to get off for the day. But thanks for chilling with me. Peace out.